Hello students, in today's class let us continue the chapter straight lines. What we learnt in yesterday's class, let we have a quick recap. We have learnt about a distance formula, section formula, midpoint formula and area of triangle, and what is the condition for the 3 points to be collinear based on the area of triangle. These things we have learnt in class 9. We have recalled all these things, right? And we have learnt about the slope of a line. What is the slope of a line? A slope of a line can be found in two ways again. One is if the inclination of the line is known, then slope is tan theta. If 2 points on the line is known, then the slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 if x1 y1 and x2 y2 are 2 points on the line, right? And slope of x-axis is 0, slope of y-axis is not defined. And then we have learnt the condition for the parallelism and perpendicularity of lines in terms of the slope. Two lines are parallel, then their slopes will be equal. If two lines are perpendicular, then their slopes will be, the product of their slopes will be equal to minus 1. That is, one slope will be the negative reciprocal of the other. If two lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal. If two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes will be equal to minus 1, right? Next, we have seen angle between two lines. How to find the angle between two lines? Tan theta is equals to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. What is m1 and m2? m1 and m2 are the slopes of the two lines, right? Then we have seen collinearity of 3 points. Based on the slope of a line, how we can state the condition for the collinearity. Slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. If 3 points are collinear, then slope of AB is equal to slope of BC, which means since they lie on the same line, their slopes are going to be same. This is the condition for the collinearity of 3 points, right? When it comes to angle between two lines, I wish to insist one more thing based on this concept, because we are going to solve problem on that now. So, see, if tan theta, what we learnt, tan theta is modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by m1 plus m1 m2. There can arise two cases. One is m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is positive. That's why we have expressed it inside the modulus sign. It can be positive or it can be negative. If it is positive, then tan theta will be positive and hence theta will be acute and phi will be obtuse. What is this phi? These are the two lines and this theta is the angle made by the two line and it is going to be acute angle, right? And this is also the angle made by the two lines, but this angle is obtuse angle, right? So theta is the acute angle made by the two lines and phi is the obtuse angle made by the two lines. So if m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is positive, then theta will be acute. Theta will be acute. If this is negative, theta is going to be obtuse. Theta is going to be obtuse, right? Now, how can you find your obtuse angle? By subtracting it from 180. By subtracting the required obtained angle from 180, you can get your obtuse angle. Understood? I repeat. If this m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is positive, your theta, the angle between the two lines, is acute. If it is going to be negative, your theta is going to be obtuse. Acute means directly you can give your answer. Obtuse angle, how will you get your answer? You have to subtract that angle from 180, that will give you the obtuse angle. Okay, keep this in your mind. Now let us continue our exercise 10.1. In yesterday's class we have completed a few problems and I have given few questions as homework. Now we have to start with question number 7. right. What is question number 7? Find the slope of the line which makes an angle of 30 degree with the positive direction of y-axis measured anti-clockwise. So what is given? They asked you to find the slope of a line which makes 30 degree from the y-axis in the positive direction. The line makes 30 degree from the y-axis in the positive direction in the anti-clockwise direction. Right? Anti-clockwise direction. Now they asked you to find the slope of this line. The slope of the line is tan theta, and theta is the inclination made by the line with the x-axis measured in the anti-clockwise positive direction of x, right? So if this is going to be theta, we need this full angle, and that is what are going to be theta, right? To find the slope, we need the inclination of the line with the x-axis in the positive direction and also in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So what is this full angle? But in the question they have given only this angle, and we know this is 90 degrees. So this full angle is going to be 90 plus 30, right, which is 120 degree. So we got our theta. So what is going to be our tan theta? When we know the inclination, how will you find your slope? Slope is tan theta. So tan theta is equals to tan 120. Tan 120, how will you obtain? 180 minus 60, which is nothing but minus tan 60. Tan 180 minus 60, hope you remember all these things we have learnt in our trigonometry. Tan 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta means it will come in the second quadrant. All silver. In the second quadrant, only sign is positive, turn is negative. Tan is negative. So it has become minus tan theta. So minus tan 60, which is minus root 3. So minus root 3 is the slope of the line. Yes, hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question. 8th and 9th question we have completed. I gave it as a homework. Now let us move on to the 10th question. What is the 10th question? Find the angle between x-axis and the line joining the points. So to find the angle between two lines, we need the slope of the two lines, right? Because the formula for angle between two lines is tan theta is equals to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2, where m1 and m2 are the slopes. So to find the angle between two lines, we need the slopes of the two lines. We need the slopes of the two lines. So first we need to find the slope of the lines. Which two lines? X-axis and the line joining these 2 points, and the line joining these 2 points. What is the slope of x-axis? Slope of x-axis is 0. We learnt already. And what is the slope of the line joining these 2 points? We have to find out. We know the formula. When we know 2 points on a line, how will you find your slope? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So using that formula, we are going to find the slope. So this is going to be slope of x-axis going to be m1. Slope of this line is going to be m2. Once you know m1 and m2, we can substitute in the formula and we can find the angle between these two lines. Okay, let us see how can we do this. See, slope of the line joining these 2 points is, we have to substitute in the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So minus 2, minus into minus, it will become plus 1, 4 minus 3, which is minus 1. Slope of x-axis is 0. This is going to be our m1 and this is m2, because the angle between x-axis and the line joining. So x-axis, the slope of x-axis you should take it as m1, and the slope of line joining you should take it as m2. Right? So what is our required angle? Tan theta is equals to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. What is your m2? Minus 1 minus 0 divided by 1 plus m1 is 0 into m2 is minus 1. Right? m1 is 0 and m2 is minus 1. So after substituting, we got the value as minus 1, which means this value m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is negative. If it is negative, I told the angle theta is obtuse angle. How will you obtain your obtuse angle? 180 minus the value. So tan theta is minus 1. So when the tan ratio will become 1 for angle 45 degree. So theta is 45 degree now, right? Theta is 45 degree here. But since it is negative, theta is going to be obtuse. How will you find your obtuse angle? Obtuse angle is 180 minus 45. So theta is 135 degree. Hope you understood. I repeat, I told you two cases. If this value is positive, if m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 is positive, theta is acute. Okay. If it is negative, theta is obtuse. How you will obtain this? 180 minus the angle. Okay. Here it is obtuse, negative, therefore it is obtuse, and it can be obtained by 180 minus the angle. Since it is 1, the angle is 45 degree. So 180 minus 45, which is 135. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question now. 11th question. The slope of a line is double of the slope of another line. If tangent of the angle between them is 1 by 3, find the slopes of the lines. There is two lines. Slope of one line is double the slope of the another line. So if we take m1 and m2 are the two slopes, then m1 is 2m2. If tangent of the angle between them, which means tan theta is equal to, if theta is the angle between the two lines, then tan theta is 1 by 3. They asked you to find the slopes, which means m1 and m2 they asked you to find. Let us see how can we solve this problem now. So as I told you now, m1 and m2 be the slopes of the two given lines such that m1 is equal to 2m2. That is what given in the question. Slope of a line is double the slope of the another line. Let theta be the angle between the lines, then tan theta is 1 by 3. Now we know the formula for tan theta. What is that formula? Modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2, which is equal to 1 by 3. Now we are going to replace m1 by 2m2. We are going to replace m1 by 2m2, right? So m1, in the place of m1 I have replaced it as 2m2. So what will happen? Minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 m2 square. Again, because we have m1 here, right? So 2m2 I have replaced. So it is 2m2 square, which is equal to 1 by 3. Since this is inside modulus, there can arise two cases. Case 1, this can be positive or this can be negative, right? This, again I repeat, this is inside modulus. If it is, since it is inside modulus, there can arise two cases. Either the answer can be positive or the answer can be negative, right? Because it is given modulus of this is equal to 1 by 3. Modulus of this is equal to 1 by 3. When we will express inside the modulus the absolute value, we won't take the positive or negative value. We will take, even if it is negative, we will express it as only positive value. That's why we will write inside the modulus, right? So this is equal to 1 by 3 means either this value can be positive or this value can be negative. So we have to analyze both the cases. First we have taken this value as positive. What is this value? Minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 m2 square, right? Now cross multiply this and simplify. We got a quadratic equation. I have factorized it using splitting the middle term. We got m2 as minus 1 or minus 1 by 2, right? Our next case is what will happen if this value is going to be negative. This value is going to be negative, which means minus of, what is that value? Minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 m2 square. Again cross multiply it and simplify. We got m2 two values, right? So totally for m2 we got 4 values. In case 1 2 value and case 2 2 value. So accordingly we have to find the m1 values. If m2 is minus 1, then m1 is going to be 2m2. So 2 times your m2 value, right? Likewise, we have to find the corresponding m1 values. So thus we have found the slopes of the lines. So what we have done in this problem, m1 and m2 relation they have given, tan theta is 1 by 3, but tan theta formula is inside modulus, so we have taken two cases. What will happen if the value is positive, what will happen if the value is negative, then accordingly we found the two slopes. Yes, hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question now. The next question is, a line passes through x1, y1 and h, k. If slope of the line is m, show that. See, a line passes through 2 points and slope is m. Then they asked you to show some equation. When a line passes through 2 points, how will you find its slope? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So using that relation we can find the slope, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So y2 is what? K minus y1 divided by h minus x1. But in the question it is given slope of the line is m. So equate it to m. This is also slope only. So equate it to m. Cross multiply, we obtain. This is a equation of a line when the slope and 2 points on the line is known. Right, these are all the things we will be learning in the next subtopic. Forthcoming concepts we will be learning, right? So hope you understood that when 2 points on a line is given, how will you find its slope? Using the formula, but slope is m, which is given in the question. So I have equated to m. Cross multiply it, you will get the answer, right? Let us move on to the 13th question. If 3 points lie on a line, show that a by h plus b by k equal to 1. When 3 points lie on a line, it has a special name. What it is called as? Collinear. What it is called as? Collinear. So here a, b and c are collinear, which is given the 3 points lie on a same line. So let us name the points as a, b and c. Then what we know, when 3 points lie on a same line, what is the condition for the collinearity? Slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC. So when you know 2 points, how will you find your slope? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Similarly, how will you find your slope of BC? The same way, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Then equate both the slopes, you will get the required answer. I am leaving this problem to you. You have to do this as homework. Right? Let us move on to the last question now. Consider the following population and year graph. Find the slope of the line AB and using it find what will be the population in the year 2010. They have given you a year and a population graph, and from this what can you read? In 1985 the population is 92 crores. In 1995 the population is 97 crores. They asked you to find the slope of this line. How will you find the slope of this line? They have given you 2 points on the line. So how will you find its slope? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is x1 comma y1 and this is x2 comma y2, right? So you can substitute in the formula and you can find the slope of AB. Next question is, what will be the population in the year 2010? In the year 2010, they asked what is the population. How will you find the population in the year 2010? See, this is what the graph, right? So in the year 2010, we need to know what is the population. So somewhere here, in the year 2010, somewhere here. So we know this point is going to be 2010 comma y. We don't know the y coordinate. Now if suppose I name this point as A, B and C, from the graph we can see A, B, C lie on the same line, therefore they all are collinear. So slope of AB is going to be equal to slope of BC. So we have already found what is slope of AB. Now you can find what is slope of BC. How will you find? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, and in that you will be having one unknown variable y. Equate that is equal to slope of AB, because slope of AB is going to be same as slope of BC, you can find what is that unknown variable y. Okay, I repeat, slope of AB you can find since 2 points are known, and C is a point lying on the same line. Therefore, ABC are collinear. Collinear, then their slopes will be equal. Slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC. Using that condition, you can find what is your y. Right. So with this, let us wind up today's class, and I want you to do 13th and 14th problem as homework. So in next class we will see what are the various forms of the equation of a line. Thank you, students.